that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And not a very good return at all, as he won't even get this back to the 15. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the slant. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, let's go. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Hey, check 24, check 24.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. First carry for Nick Chubb, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. That's into the hands of Jacob Harris. And they'll get this to the 30. Before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he'll lose yardage. Right down to 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
checked in with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Stafford down to throw. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
Gay's kick is good. Now the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles tells you points, maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
Check 24, check 24.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. They'll get that to the rookie from Minnesota, Rashad Bateman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Jackson now. Escaping the pressure right. That's to the former Ram, Gerald Everett. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
First down 10 at the 26-yard line.
Mike 3. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Mike 3. Mike 3.
Down right around the 25. 2nd and 8 coming up. They give the Chubb out of the gun. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Forced out to his left. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a 1st down, and he gives himself up there at the end. A gain of 7, and they pick up the the Seahawks with the football here. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Hey, let's get there. He's checking. Crash.
A give. This is Chubb. Bulldoze, and he will score. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chubb, touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this is up and going to make it 7-3. Touchdown, here's Myers to put it away. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more of what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Going up top for Kupp. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Stafford. Going up top for Kupp. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, L.A. Cooper Kupp, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
A a lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive. The Rams offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because
big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're starting to challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the 1st down sack. Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it, just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. And have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that's caught right side. It's Woods. And he's going to have a 1st down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. Play action. Stafford. They'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Ready? 20! You ready? 26 left. 26 left. Got nothing to
Quickly out wide, Atwell. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one.
250!
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one where you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. As they get him behind the line. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. This is a quick incompletion. This is likely the last play here of this first half.
0-0, Mike Free. Here we go, T. Here I come. Here I come.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And his throw is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Second and 10.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they let you play.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run it again with Chubb. And he gets it down to the 32. 58 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Watch the screen. Mike 3.
From the gun, Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. Yo. You got tight. You got tight.
Jackson steps away to his left. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Myers' kick is good. And that will lead us up at 10. So good snap and good home. And right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit him.
You mean like kick?
Exactly.
Well, that was a nice score.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. See how they attack them here. Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off.
That's right, baby. It's all me.
He will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The big boy's big dream right there. He got to run it and stumble all the way for 6.
Nothing like big man football, is there? I mean, that brings people onto their feet every single time. And his dream was answered on that one, wasn't it? It was realized. He picks it up and takes it to the end zone.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. No return here for Calais, and this will be a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys.
And got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. The 30. 10.
You don't like this!
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, good 6 right there. Those linebackers made it up. And those short throws come in. Guys get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation? Reacting, and then the ability to catch it. And take it in the opposite direction.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this one.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive. And
he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford under pressure, and they got to him again. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
3rd and 1, it's Stafford. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Now it's Lockett. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Jackson's throw into the hands of Lockett. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A 1st down there and a pickup of 25. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Left side complete to Lockett. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And Myers able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle. A 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin the next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not. And the pressure gets to him and brings it down. Stafford is sacked. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get in.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. To throw is Stafford. Going up top for Cup. Oh, my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson flush to his right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
After the interception, here's Stafford. He's going to try and go deep again. And now here's another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one by the line of scrimmage.
Rolling to his right. He hits his target, Lockett. And he's out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
Check 50. Check 50.
Play action. It's Jackson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Hey, middle. 3, Mike 3. Combo. Time to go, night. 0, Mike 2.
They go play action with Jackson. That is caught with Sean Bateman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. To throw is Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. To the sideline, and he's back. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. Jackson on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Jackson. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. That's complete. Left side to Bateman. Well, he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. First and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
Being chased out left. Touchdown, Seahawks. Here's Sean Bateman. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Extra point up in 3 Myers. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, here's Myers to move it along. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10 from the gun. Here's Stafford. They'll dump this off to Akers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball. But
this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, L.A. Cooper Kupp with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. Run it well, and it's picked. And the Rams are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
That's not the case here. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort, at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Forced out to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Jackson escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle.
And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
3, like 3. Combo.
Here's Jackson to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oftentimes when you lose in a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Like 3. Combo. Get that quarterback there.
4th down. Here's Jackson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And the Rams come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively.